Welcome everybody to a look at a brand new Steelbook 4K release, and it is 2024's Transformers 1, which is directed by Josh Cooley, who also did the film Toy Story 4. And yeah, this is an animated science fiction action film, clocking in 104 minutes long. Has an ensemble cast, so I'm not going to go through everything that they've done, but it stars Chris Hemsworth, who was in this year's Furiosa and Mad Max Saga, as well as Brian Tyree Henry, who was also in Godzilla Kong: The New Empire. Also stars Scarlett Johansson, who had a really rather fantastic year in 2019, for instance, with likes of Jojo Rabbit, Marriage Story, and Avengers Endgame. And in supporting roles, you got the likes of Keegan-Michael Key, John Hamm, Steve Buscemi, and Lawrence Fishburne. So once upon a time, Optimus Prime and Megatron were friends, bonded like brothers, who managed to change the fate of Cybertron forever. This is their untold origin story before they ended up being bitter opponents. So, genuinely surprised by how much I enjoyed this, which is not to say that I haven't had an enjoyable time with previous Transformers films, primarily the prior two. I did find the Michael Bay ones to be extremely inconsistent. The first one was okay, but the second one was awful. The third one clawed some of that elements back, but then yeah, fourth and fifth ones I don't think I even bothered with. So yeah, but Bumblebee was really rather good, and the most recent live action Transformers was okay as well. So yeah, but this is definitely the better of the bunch, quite frankly. The voice cast is great. The animation doesn't just look excellent, but the production design is really well done. The pacing is on point, the action scenes are entertaining, there are plenty of laughs, the characterization is effective, the score is good, and the plot is genuinely engrossing throughout. Now, sure, some of the plot points are predictable, which is obvious because it is a prequel to what we know about Megatron and Optimus Prime. We know eventually they are going to be enemies, but it is a good build up to that point. And the world building could be a little bit stronger, but overall, this was highly enjoyable, which, to be honest, I wasn't expecting. The trailer didn't make the film look particularly good, which is one reason why I think it's not done well at the box office at all. Cost around 75 to 147 million dollars, and yet it's only made around 130. So even on the lower end of that production budget, it's still not going to be considered a success. And then also the fact that the director did Toy Story 4, which I really wasn't a massive fan of. It was okay, but I felt like the original Toy Story trilogy was perfect. It really had no reason to have another film, and apparently there's a fifth one coming out, so that probably would be even worse than the fourth one. But still, as far as this film goes, yeah, genuinely excellent. Genuinely surprised by how much I enjoyed it, and it's great in its own right as well. And yeah, really like the new artwork that they've got going on for the Steelbook. Well, I say new artwork. I think this is actually the poster, but it still looks fantastic in Steelbook form. And then we have a really rather fantastic reverse as well, which is slightly ruined by the nonsense copyright and logos and stuff on the bottom, but still really rather good on there. And we have the 4K disc and the Blu-ray, both of which have the special features on their discs. Now, animated films in 4K are a little bit hit or miss for me because sometimes I think, yeah, they are the ultimate version of them. And granted, they probably are the ultimate version of them, but I don't feel like 4K is highly justified for animated films. I just don't feel like there's any extra step from Blu-ray. But I wanted the ultimate version of this because I enjoyed it so much. 4.5 out of 5, by the way. And the Steelbook looks excellent as well, which you can't get in standard Blu-ray. Special features on the disc include these elements, which are called the likes of In the Beginning, World Building on Cybertron, Together as One, the Lycon 5000, and the Battle for Cybertron. So, yeah, I've not had the chance to watch any of the special features on this yet, but at least there is some, which isn't always the case for studio new releases. So, yeah, that is really good, and the film itself is well worth your time if you haven't yet seen it, which obviously a lot of people have not. So, yeah, but if you have seen it, I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. But nonetheless, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.